Hello, fountain pen friends. Here we are again. Today I'm going to do an unboxing. It's not something I very often do, if at all, because I don't like to review pens without having used them for some time. But this one came today, and it's probably the last big pen purchase I'm ever going to make, or at least for quite a while, unless I can sell off some more pens. So let's go ahead and crack into it. This one is from Jaffa Brands. Jaffa is I don't know how to describe them. They're a marketer and distributor for various pen brands, but they also own their own pen brands. Using my trusty Benchmade here to get this open, including I think that they have a relationship with Stipula. Let's see, Diplomat, Pineder, and there may be others as well. They also have their own brands, which include Monteverde and Conklin, and there may be others as well. I'm just hitting the highlights, I think, there. Monteverde, oh, and they own like Private Reserve inks, and anyway, so yeah, I guess right here you can see from Jaffa Brands, Monteverde, Conklin, Stipula, Mayora, Delta, Schmidt, Diplomat, Pineder, Netuno. So that's pretty cool. And they really do honor these discounts. They're fantastic for that. And this one, the one that I got here is one that I've been looking at their website for some time. And I like, it's one of those ones where you go and look and see if it's still there. And it was still there, and then still there, and still there. And finally, for the holidays, they had this fantastic reduction in price and a discount that I could stop, just got to me, and so finally I picked it up. Conklin also is a brand of ink. I don't know if there are corollaries to the Monteverde inks or the Private Reserve inks. I haven't tried a Conklin ink yet, so this is kind of cool. Blue box, says it's classic black, so nice and boring. Be interesting to see how it compares to things like, oh my gosh, and it's leaking. Look at that. Is it loose? No, it's just leaking. Well, things you find out when you're first unboxing something. This is not the first time I've had an ink leak on me. And, with the changes in temperature and being up in an airplane and all that stuff, I guess it's to be expected. Anyway, okay, I'm not going to stain this now because I wiped my fingers, but so here it is. This is a Conklin, and I like their boxes. They come in this sleeve, and the boxes, I don't know if they're metal or cardboard, probably a cardboard of some sort, with this sewn leatherette on the outside. That it's just really nice boxes, particularly for the price point on most of their pens. However, this is not most of their pens. This one is not cheap. The MSRP on this pen was over $1,000. I did not pay anywhere near that amount, but that's because of the discounts and because I bought it off of their outlet store. And so let's crack it open, and there it is. Gosh, that is stunning. That gorgeous silver overlay. Let's pull that out of there. And under the pen bed, there's some documents. I guess this is where they would put cartridges. They almost always come with a pair of cartridges, a blue and a black, or two blacks or two blues, whatever. There's information about the Crescent filler here. Tells you how, it probably tells you how to fill it and stuff like that. And then more about this particular pen, which it's kind of stuck in there, and I'll look at that later. But it's called the Endura Deco Crest. This is not an Endura pen. Their Endura pens are cartridge converter fillers, and the original Conklin Endura pens were lever fillers, and I have one of those too. But this is obviously a Crescent filler. It has a sterling silver overlay, and this one, and there was only 98 of them made, and this one is number 00 of 98. I don't know if that's because it was one of the prototypes when it was first being made, or if it is literally the first, or the before the first one? I don't know. I don't know how you can be number 0 of anything. I hope that doesn't mean that there are others out there marked 00 of 98. I have no idea. But it's pretty amazing. And, you know, the gorgeous filigree on there, it's really pretty. And for this to be sterling silver laid over this, wow. And then all those little crescents running down the side there. And Conklin is known for the crescent filler. They've been making them for a long time. I had a couple of vintage ones, but I sold them stupidly. I wish I still had at least one of them. But I do have a couple of modern ones. This is another modern Conklin Crescent filler. And you fill it like that. You push in on the crescent, and the sack gets squashed. It bounces back up, and this lock ring keeps you from pushing down on that crescent. Here, let me... I've had this here because it reduces glare. Let me move. I just put some paper under it so there's not the distraction of that beautiful artwork my daughter did for me. So this is obviously a clear demonstrator type one. It's a little janky. It's not the best one I've ever seen. It's okay though. This one is nicer. This is a solid sterling silver version, and this is the overlay version. You can see there's obviously similarities there. It has the spring-loaded clip, and then the crescent. You turn this lock ring so that the crescent lines up with the slot, and you can push it in to fill it, and it bounces back up. We'll close that, and then you unscrew the cap, and under there is a, looks like a, yeah, it's got marked with the B on the side there. It's a broad, sorry, I hit the camera. Sorry about that. It's a broad 18 karat Conklin nib, and you can see that the breather hole is the shape like a crescent, which is a traditional Conklin thing, harking back to the, you know, the invention of their crescent filler, which I think was sometime in 1890 or something like that. In my video on sack fillers, I talk about it a little bit, and I do talk, and I also have a Conklin video where I give more specifics on them. But this is another one to add to my list of Conklins. Oh my gosh, this thing is soft. That is not normal. Usually these 18 karat nibs are hard as nails, but this one is soft. Wow, we're gonna have to ink this one up. And boy, their ink is gonna get me. Let me find a cloth here. Okay, I cleaned off the bottle. Open it up here. Looks like the bottle itself is kind of a dark amber, which is kind of nice. Protects the ink from UV light. And let's get this down in there. Now, everybody will tell you that you should always rinse out a pen before you fill it with ink and blah, blah, blah. And that's probably true, but let's ignore that for the moment. Put that down in there. Bubbles come out. The sack fills up. More air comes out. Okay, ooh, it's completely full. No more air bubbles. Okay, get a little bit off of that nib. Turn the crescent ring back up. And let's wipe the nib off with my little cloth here. All right. Conklin Classic Black. And this is the Conklin. I'm reaching around the mount here. Oh my gosh. Holy cow, that is definitely a broad. This is a crescent. Wow. This definitely has some flex. No weight at all. It's still pretty wide. A little bit of pressure. It comes wetter and thicker, and press down, and wow. This is cool. Now, I think it would be cooler if it were finer, so I might just grind this to a finer point, but It can flex. But it's so broad already that it's not as impressive as it might be. I don't know. That's really cool. Well, anyway, so this is my last pen purchase of 2024, and it's pretty astounding. Merry Christmas to me, I suppose. Anyway, I hope all of you have a great one, and I'll see you soon.